my goodness. It's very rare that I have somebody as amazing and beautiful sitting right beside me, kind of sort of across the country. But this
Literally.
I it's like, oh. So yeah, there's so much amazingness sitting on the screen. So today Aaron is out golfing and having a great time. But you are definitely in the right place. You're at Kiwanis Connects. And I even brought in honor of Aaron. We are ready to get started for today, and you're on WWDBTV in Las Vegas. And Aaron is going to normally come in and pop in, and so he is broadcasting in the affiliate of WVBTV. I'm making sure I get all the right letters in there. And I'm Doc Bell. If you don't know me already, I very rarely get to drive, so you never know what's going to come out of my mouth today. But we are hoping that you put stuff in the chat because we just have an amazing guest, and I don't want to butcher your name. And I have called you 3 different names, and you answered all of them, and you're absolutely amazing. But thank you for being here, and tell us your name.
So
Clearly.
my name, it's Val. It's very interesting because I get this every time, and people want to make sure that they're pronouncing it right. If you speak Spanish,
Mm-hmm.
it's Magali. If you don't speak Spanish, the easiest way is Magali. Like Natalie, I always say like Natalie, but Magali. It just seems to flow and it just seems to be very, versus trying to think about Magali, because I'll try to say, okay, like Lady Gaga, Magali, but Magali is fine.
I love Mogali. It works for me, and I I'm so glad you're with us. Our level of it's like we have a lot of 1 degrees of separation, and I'm looking over your
Mm.
shoulder, and I'm seeing the Raider sticker. And
Uh-oh.
so my bio dad's favorite team on the planet are the Raiders. And so for him to actually see this, he's probably going, okay, it was worth tuning in for today. Um, so, are you a big football fan?
So I'm not really a big football
Mhm.
fan, but I kind of like got into it at an early age. So, just a little bit about my background because we all have a story, right?
Mhm.
We all see the end, but we really don't know how we got to this place. So, first, Val, I want to thank you guys for having me on. I feel it's a true honor. But a little bit about my background. So, my family, my mother and father eloped to this country. I'm from Miami. I was born in Miami. They eloped to this country in 1959. Um, and then, given the circumstances in Miami at that time, my dad didn't feel like he wanted to, have a gun all the time. And so we moved to Colorado. So I pretty much grew up in Colorado.
Mhm.
And I met my uh, ex husband, who
Mhm.
at the time was playing for the Broncos. Shortly after I got out of high school, I didn't go to college. I went to a vocational technical school and I did my online training at NCR Corporation. So when I met my ex at that time, Mike was opening up a restaurant with Lafayette Lever from the Nuggets.
Mhm.
And he kind of tricked me and he said, "Hey, we need some cash registers. Can you please give us a proposal?" Blah, blah, blah. And so that led into marriage, family, the whole 9 yards. So, Mike, when Dan Reeves released him while he was with the Broncos, Art Shell, the Raiders were in LA at the time. And
Mhm.
so Art Shell picked up Mike a week later. He actually replaced Ronnie Lott. Um, and so I went from Colorado, NCR, to California. And while Mike was playing, I started working for the Walt Disney Studios in Burbank. And then Mike retired. I transferred from Walt Disney Pictures and Televisions to Orlando. And doing HR. So I have a pretty much extensive a corporate background of 14 years in HR. but I left Disney doing special events, doing the job fairs, hiring 33,000 cast members. So from there, I speared off and I got into my passion, which is giving back. And I started iLifestyle uh, Global, which is a marketing and promotions company with the focus of giving back. So our company never makes 100%. We always give back up to 35%, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I started my company in 2012, got divorced, ended up marrying a corporate executive. But when the Raiders went to Vegas, I
Mm-hmm.
decided to move to Vegas. This is 2019 now. So I decided to move to Vegas, and because all of the players, Mike, after football, they all play golf. It's still competitive for them, right? And so this is where I gave birth to Celebrity Grudge Match. I decided to, bring the guys together. They could still talk their stuff, tie it to a charity so that we can help raise money for the charity while giving out a wonderful experience to the golfers that are like, wow, I'm playing with my, legend that I've watched for years. And now the guys are coming together from all parts, whether they were rivalries or not, they're coming together. Um, and the charity is, we're doing all this, having fun while at the same time giving back. So that's how Celebrity Grudge Match came about.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually, Jay Schrader, who was the quarterback, for the Raiders, and then he's also a Super Bowl champion with the Washington Redskins. Jay and I, when I went to Vegas, we started a podcast show, and we would have the celebrities that were playing in our grudge match. We would have the charity on there, and then we would do trivias and give out trips. And I met Aaron because Aaron was in the same studio that Jay and I had been doing our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So meet Aaron, and of course he's Aaron. Like you can't miss
He's bigger than
Aaron.
life. He's bigger than
Right. You
life.
you can't miss Aaron. And then on top of it, he's a sports fanatic, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this marriage was like made from heaven, but I ended up taking him out of his little comfort zone, and I hired him as an MC celebrity host for our Celebrity Grudge Match. And then between him just kicking everything, out of the ballpark, talking his stuff with the players, being in the WA stage, he really, I thank him for taking Celebrity Grudge Match really to another level, because
Mm-hmm.
now we incorporate podcasts. We bring the charity on, we bring the players on, and it's just been an amazing experience, which coming from Disney, that's what it's all about. It's about the experience, right?
It is about the
So just
experience.
giving you a little bit of that's where the Raiders, so
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily a Raiders fan, but I will say I will say that Mike really was hoping to retire with the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but given the way that he was treated when he went over to the Raiders, he absolutely loved the Raiders organization, Al's vision, everything, that came with that. Ironically, because he only ended up playing 2 years, as he had this injury that they were telling him if he got hit a certain way, he'd be paralyzed. So he quit after 11. He wanted to play 15. But yeah, to this day, he talks about the Raiders like there's
It's
no other
Ohana, and,
great
and
organization.
it's an amazing place. And so if you're watching and listening to us, you're probably going, this is the most different start ever. And you're right. Because today I really wanted to talk to you as a person that has just modeled a different pathway to get to where you are. Because everybody, a lot of people come on and go, I did this 4 years in this college. I did this, and these steps. And so your story is more real. And being able to actually talk to you about how other organizations, and I'm really specifically going to follow up with the service organizations like Kiwanis can partner up with you and know more about the celebrity grudge match and know more about creating experiences, because I think that we've gotten away from peer service, and a lot of organizations during COVID just started
Yeah.
meeting. They stopped doing stuff, and I think for some clubs it's no longer fun, right? Because it's not the experience. And so this morning we're going to really dive into how we can get involved and what's going on. But we're also going to talk about some of our paths crossing, because oh yeah, because when you talked about being with the Broncos, I'm trying to figure out if we were attached to the Bronco organization at the same time, because I don't think you're nearly as old as I am. And so
I'm probably older, Val, but go
I don't
ahead.
think so. I don't think so, girlfriend.
So I'm
So
not, I'm not ashamed. I mean, I'm aging gracefully. So I'm a 1967 baby.
I am older than you. I am a 66 baby. Oh
Well,
yeah.
yeah, but 1 year, like 1 year. You look fabulous. I really thought
And you
I
do,
was
and
gonna
you do too.
get.
And like I wrote on my blog this morning, I get to hang out with this warrior princess who just does. And John's out there, 47, baby.
Oh my.
um,
Now, what sign are you, Val?
I'm an
May I ask?
Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius.
Aquarius. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm Virgo. August 25th. I'm a Virgo.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So,
Not
but
that
be
I know
Aries.
much about signs, but if you were to tell me I'm a Virgo too, that would be a little like, wow.
It's
So
like
what
over
what
the
with the
edge.
Broncos, what
Yeah.
era?
So the late 80s, early 90s, I was in Greeley, Colorado. I worked at the University of Northern Colorado. So I was there for their summer camps, and the visiting teams all stayed in my residence hall. And so got to work
Wow.
with a number of the coaches. One of my classmates from Cal was playing on the team at that time. So I got a chance to be a little bit more on the inside. So
So I met Mike in 88. So it's that time frame.
you were
And
there.
the Broncos released him in 89,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and then he played with the Raiders till 91.
Yeah.
So Mike played from 80 to 91. So it's that era. Greeley,
See,
that's where I have stories. I mean, I'm about to write a book, Val. Honestly, because my stories, particularly Greeley, and I was so young, and
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
being Hispanic, Latin, football is not our thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
not. It's just how we met and how I got into it that, I've been in it since I was 18 years old. So who's the Bronco? Because I know all of them.
Kevin Karatz. And so
Oh.
he would have been a rookie in 89.
Oh, that's probably why, because
Yeah.
he left.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
But you may have known Coach Byrne or some of the other guys that were there. There's Aaron. We're just talking football for a few minutes. Hey,
And
Aaron.
hi, Aaron.
Football.
Oh, I know
Football.
he's jealous. I know he's on the golf course, but he would love to be in this conversation. But I have to
I
tell
would
you
love to.
about. Go ahead.
I would love to be doing. I would love to be doing anything but playing golf right now because it's not my game. But we're having fun. I have Jim Horn next to me from the Chesapeake Kiwanis Club. He's part of my
Hi,
group today. Say
Jim.
hello. You're on TV, Jim.
Hello,
Val and Golly. And then
Hi,
behind
Jim.
us there, you recognize that face back there, and my daughter Stacy.
Absolutely.
This is our
Oh,
foursome today.
wow.
It's a beautiful
Nice,
day here in
Aaron.
Norfolk.
Awesome. Awesome. And so we've got Delia watching us and just going, she's probably thrilled that we're talking football too. So so
Who would have thunk, right? Who would have thunk?
Football doesn't start for me until Sunday when the Giants tee up against the Commanders. Go
The
Commanders.
Giants. Oh, and the command. Oh, okay. Ooh, that should
okay.
be interesting.
Interesting. Well, for me, it started last night, and it just knowing that on Thursday nights, Sunday nights, and Monday, I know where I'm going to be. And like Chuggy said, yay, football.
So you're a football fanatic, Val?
Oh, I am, and it's one of those things. People start scheduling stuff on Monday nights, and I'm like, no. I have to have my priorities. I have very few boundaries and priorities, but when my teams are playing, I need my time.
And your teams are?
I love watching the Broncos. I love watching the 49ers. I will watch the Raiders any day, time. And my stepdad was a Steelers fan. And so when we traveled around the world and we lived in different places, he always had his terrible towel. And he had one of the Steelers flags that would be in the garage, because that was the only consistent thing when you're moving around.
Would you hold this while I take my shot? I'm about to tee up on the 10th hole, par 3 for a hole-in-one. I'm going to have somebody hold my phone so you can see how miserable. So Magali, you'll be able to see why I like being behind a microphone instead of a club when we do Celebrity Grudge Match. Okay.
Okay, let me see. Oh my goodness.
Okay, if you're listening to this, we can't even describe it.
This is gonna be the funniest thing of the year.
Hey, John.
John,
this is gonna be hilarious.
Oh,
I had to pop in for the commentary here.
Val, do you play golf?
I do. I love it, and I'm not good at it. But during one of the toughest jobs that I've ever had, I'll tell you the story as soon as he tees up. We'll be quiet for a moment.
Okay.
Drum roll, please.
I know.
I don't think it went anywhere. Oh, there it did.
It went right.
The ball did leave the pen.
Did he slice it? So he sliced it.
Sliced it. He did not get the hole in one.
I got the hole-in-one, but it was on 3 golf courses over.
Aaron,
he plays Army golf.
Aaron, I think they didn't tell you that it's this way, not this way.
Oh, that's the problem? I never get my left from my right straight. I'm in the golf cart. It's noisy. I'll check back in a little bit, but I just want to stop in and say, hey, I'll check in. I know John's got me covered for bad dad jokes, so I know we're not in good hands with that. But yeah, I'll connect with you later. We'll get you before the show ends.
Sounds awesome. And I'm glad Kathy Szymanski had a chance to actually see that from Ohio. Kathy, glad you're back and have a Friday with us. As we're going through this, I was just sharing, my golf is really horrible. But during one of the roughest times in my working life, I had my clubs in the back of my car at all times. And so I would literally write the names of people that I really wish that I could have used my Dexter voice on. And I'd write their names on the ball and go to the driving range and smack the heck out of those balls. And I could go back to work.
Oh, wow. What a great stress reliever. Wow.
It was awesome. Awesome. And I drive a mean cart. I'm very good at that.
Okay.
And I have all the cute gear. I'm even wearing my little golf skirt right now, but in honor of Celebrity Grudge Match. So when we come back after our first break, because we have a brand new sponsor, after we come back from our first break, we'll talk a little bit more about why you really want to partner with people that are making a difference in the world. So John, take it away.
2 out of 3 kids in America can't read at grade level. And without help, many will never catch up. In a world of screens, short attention spans, and endless distractions, getting kids excited about reading has never been harder. That's where Kiwanis Club steps in. Through Inchi's bookworm vending machines, kids earn tokens for positive behaviors, achievements, kindness, and more, and use them to pick a book they just can't wait to read. Every book is a child's to keep. Every book builds a personal at-home library, and every page sparks curiosity, confidence, and lifelong learning. Your club can make it happen. Let's put more books and more smiles into the hands of kids who need them most. Together, we can change the story, one book at a time. To learn more, go to bookvending.com/Kiwanis.
let aging stop me from being me.
Oh yeah, still got those moves in me.
I will be fabulous. I will accessorize.
Comfort Care can help with as much or as little home care as you need. From medication reminders and meal prep to everyday chores and errands. Let us create your personalized care plan and find the perfect caregiver match so you can live your best life possible.
I just love the fact that we've got such a diverse group of sponsors. Thank you guys so much for helping keep this show on the air. And every commercial that we put together helps support keeping this show on the air, but it also helps support our Rose Float Club as they're putting on one of the biggest floats we've ever seen, including 3 amazing hippos on it. So, yay! it's cool. So welcome back to Kiwanis Connects at WWDBTV. And I'm not sure if John's in the studio or not, but if you put your comments out there on YouTube or on Facebook Live, we'll start responding back and asking you any questions. But today, Magla, oh my goodness, you remind me of why it's so important to always remember your friends. Because I think as you've gone through each stage, you carry with you your friends, and they become really amazing resources in what you do. So I'm looking at the comments, and WWT's like, let's hear it out there, and cheers and woo. Woohoo! But one of the things that I want people to understand is that not only do you have the experience of your iLifestyle that you've put together, but being able to take the learnings from the Disney experiences to bring it forward is all about the experience. And it's like, are you a Kiwanian yet?
No, but I should be. I want to be.
All right, we got you covered, and you're going to join. I'll have you join one of my clubs, unless you want to join someone in Florida, because we have a
No, I want to join. No, I want to join your club, Val.
Woohoo! Awesome. Okay.
You mentioned San Francisco, right?
I'm in Monterey.
As one of your teams. So yes. Jeff Garcia, do you know who Jeff Garcia is?
I sure do. Yes.
He's all of these guys, I'm telling you, they come to my events. They love me. I love them. And you'll see Jeff at our tournaments.
Very cool. Well, let's walk it through, because my home club in Marina which is right there in Monterey area, and with the Monterey Club, we're going to partner with you. Oh. So let's talk about if we wanted to partner with Celebrity Grudge Match to host a tournament. We already know what golf course we want.
Nice.
We know Pebble's not going to be within our affordability. Spyglass is so not happening. But there's
one day, Val. You know what? Let's put it out there. One day.
Put it in the universe.
One day. Yep.
Yeah. So we've chosen the old military golf course, which is really competitive. Nice. One of my nemesis buddies is not willing to come play on this course anymore, even though he has his first tee program right up the street. But it's called Black Horse and Bayonet. And it's our home course for our college and university. And we want to raise money so that every child in the county of Monterey has a book every month with the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. So that's our goal.
Wow. The Dolly Parton, what's the book? Dolly Parton
Imagination Library. And so what she does is every month until you're 5 years old, you get a brand new book. And it's from this organization. But she'll only come into a county when every child
purchases a book.
Every child gets the benefit of the process. It's not just one's town or something like that, because she doesn't want for some children to be left out. And and so in Monterey, we have some of the lowest literacy scores in the state and across the country. And so our Salinas Literacy Club, good morning, Herman, out in Palm Springs and 29 Palms area. And so they have a literacy club that's totally focused in on Salinas and first graders. And it's been amazing. And we want to expand that to every child up to the age of 5. And so it's a significant lift. But we know people love to come to Monterey. So when we contract with you, what does that mean? How does that work?
Meaning, well, you're going to pick what charity, and we're going to raise money for those, making sure that those kids have those books.
So it's like, we know that Celebrity Grudge Match does golf tournaments, but it's not just a golf tournament, right? It's a whole experience.
It's the whole experience. You'll have celebrities. We incorporate whole contest, different types of home contests, closest to the pin, longest drive. We've got what is that called, with the gun, that shoots out the ball. I mean, we have a lot of fun things that we also use to help raise, in addition to organizing, raise additional money for.
Okay.
Yes.
And so when we do this, right, it's not just the tournament day, it's the day before.
Yeah, so the day before, the way that we've done it is the day before we have what is called a pairings party. So this is where we invite all the sponsors, we thank them, we do recognition, and then we bring in the celebrities. They do a meet and greet, and then we have all the sponsors put their names in a hat, and then the celebrity will pick out a name, and whoever, we pair up the celebrity into the foursome of that sponsor. So that happens on the night before. That's our pairings party. And then the golf tournament kicks off in the morning the next day. So it's really like a 2-day event.
That is awesome. And I know most millennials that want to be in the Monterey area, they want more than just walking around and donating money at an auction. So having this whole experience and getting a chance to meet celebrities is absolutely amazing. And we're from Ron Rivera's local hometown area.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm trying to think of one of my favorites from the Jets, Herm Edwards. Is it Herman?
I don't know him.
I'm probably using two of the wrong.
You know who else is from there, from the Broncos, actually, is he's from Gerald Wilhite. Do you remember Gerald Wilhite?
Oh my goodness. Wouldn't that be cool?
Gerald Wilhite, he's from San Jose area.
Drive. So I think what we're responsible for is that when we are partnering with you, we share as many of our contacts as we can possibly share, right?
Yeah.
So that you then
contact everybody, close the deal. Yep.
Yeah. And what excites me about what you do and giving back to the community, I'm not going to spill all the beans because I know some stuff is really proprietary. But understanding that you guys do the heavy lifting. I've been a part of the AT&T Pro-Am and getting all the volunteers for that, and for the different other major golf things that happen here in Monterey, California. It's like, if you're looking for golf, we fall on the map. And one of the practice courses is we're going to be. So if you're out there and you're thinking about this, keep watching the show as we go along, because we'll keep announcing. We'll announce when the tournament's going to be. If you want to come out and play, we've got a bunch of really brand new hotels in the local area that are nice.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. And so when you're putting together Celebrity Grudge Match, because it just fascinates me, what motivated you? What made you do this?
So what made me do it was really, I found a way. My passion is in giving is a lifestyle for me, right? So wanted to find a way where I can have the guys continue to be what they're doing and maximize on, oh my God, we can just tie it to a charity. Everybody's going to have fun. It's another day out there, but now we're tying it to a charity to where it becomes a win-win for the golfer, for the charity, for them. I started it with the Raider Legends against their rivalry team. So like my first one was the Raiders against the Broncos, right? And I blew up. Like Mark Jackson was there, like the Three Amigos. If you know the Broncos and you know it at that era, right? So Mark Jackson is like sitting there videotaping it. We had Ron Brown from the Raiders. We've had Eric Dickerson. We've had all of these guys. And so just seeing that the two rivalries come together, but yet they're having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did Raiders against Kansas City Chiefs. That was another one that, blew out of the park. So the whole purpose of the grudge match was, yes, it's a grudge match,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a fun, now we're older, now we're coming together, now we're raising, money for charity. It's just a beautiful overall experience. And for the golfer, like you were saying earlier, it's not just, yes, every tournament, there's games, there's this, you're just taking out money and taking out money. And yeah, you're having fun. This
Mm-hmm.
takes it to a whole different, level experience. You don't mind giving for this. You're sitting with the player. You're not just playing with them, but if there's a contest,
Mm-hmm.
they're in it just like they're regular people. You get to see just the normal, person that they are having a great time. So just that whole combination is why
Mm-hmm.
Celebrity Grudge Match, that was my thing to put it together. And it ended up, being a beautiful thing, honestly. And like you were saying earlier, Val, it is very difficult to put on a golf tournament. It's not easy. But if you
Mm-hmm.
have a passion for what you do, and I am not crazy about golf, but I am a competitive person, and I picked it up years ago because Mike, that was like his second home, right? When he retired from football, that was like his second home. But he would pick up my ball because it was always the guys. So my ball was always picked up, and I was like, wait, hold up. And I
Mm-hmm.
ended up getting it. I'm very well, coordinated, the whole 9 yards. But it's one of those things that your first shot's not going to be like your second and your third and your fourth. And you got to spend a lot of time in the driving range. I don't like golf that much. I'm not going to go to the driving range. I want on the course, like the real thing. So that's how I ended up picking up golf. But because I have a passion in what I do and I understand the game,
Mm-hmm.
it's easy for me. When we get our clients, what I want you to do, all we ask is you give us your database. Everybody and anybody that you can think of. And then you just show up and enjoy the experience. That is our MO. Our clients, they just show up and they have a great time and money is raised. It's very successful. And it's not just 80 players.
Mm-hmm.
All of our tournaments have been over 165 golfers because of the celebrity aspect of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not just playing golf. I mean, we have people that, hey, they don't play golf, but you tell them Steve Atwater's going to be there, they're going. They're going to, and it's a scramble, so it's based on best ball.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you don't play golf and you got one that does well, there you go. And we also have a little small purse. It's incorporated in there. We have a $2,000 for our first place winners. So that's another, little fun thing to add in there. So I
I
just
love
wanted to
it.
touch on
I absolutely love it. And for me, I fell into golf, and
that.
I knew that that's how a lot of administrators and universities used to get together and relax, because it was being a university administrator is a 24/7 kind of experience.
Wow.
But I was at Northern Colorado, and there are lots and lots of golfers, and I was having a hard time finding someone to go on a date with. And I realized if I took a golf class, then I might meet other eligible people that spent time doing something that kind of is, it's kind of intellectual, but not. And so, unfortunately, I manifested the wrong way. I said, I'm going to take golf and meet boys. Well, I took golf and I met 18 and 19-year-old boys, which was not in my dating pool. But I fell in love. I fell in love with the mechanics of golf because it's one of those things where it's social, but it's also an intellectual thing where you can get into your head, and it's not about how you physically are, but it's about how you coordinate your physical with your mental.
Right, keeping your head down, bending your knee. It's a lot. And then you got the wind. Which way's the wind blowing? But it's that mechanical, intellectual piece that makes it golf, right?
Absolutely. And it ties into doing service, and it ties into what Kiwanis is all about. I know most people are going, what's Val talking about? But the reality is, it's one of my favorite people is out in Colorado, Bert West, who was our international president. And he always talked about, don't forget the salt. It's like, it's the little ingredients of what you do that make the overall experience good. So if you do a tri-tip feed, and you don't have salt in part of your recipe and your rub, it's going to taste nasty.
Isn't that the truth? It does give it flavor.
Yeah,
it sure does.
But if you're
even a pinch,
and so if you forget the salt because you're so busy thinking about everything else, you miss the main part of the process. And golf, like Kiwanis, is you get so used to doing stuff in a way that you forget the little things. You forget that it's about the experience. It's not just about making sure stuff starts on time and that you've got a bunch of names on a list. And so it's about the people value. And I know right now people value experiences. People value being together. So being able to partner, having fun. Absolutely.
Having fun. It's tough right now, right? And golf seems to be like a little bit of an escape, if you will, this experience. Because what we learned from Disney and why they all talk about the magical experience and all that is that the experience is what brings business back. That's why Disney is as big as it is. You've got your repeated business. So now you've got this group, and we make it special now, Val. This is the inaugural group. And there's perks to being inaugural because when we put something together, this is not just a one-time, gig. Okay. No, and we only get bigger and better and more money. That's why I'm saying Pebbles not gonna be too far. I know Kiwanis' group is huge and so Pebble could be on our board,
Absolutely.
Because this is an annual. So we want people to have such a great time that our second annual is sold out. You got to register at the end of this event for next year because you're going to miss out. That's how we look at it. This is very special. This is very unique. This is not something that you're going to find, in tournaments. These type of tournaments that I put together, Grant Hill, I don't know if you guys, I know I'm going now basketball, but Grant is one of our players here for my client that I put on every year, the Leach firm. He's an attorney. And Grant gave me 2 years ago the best compliment. He's like, you do this event here is like the events, like the PGA, like those big ones, the big money. You got big sponsors. Like my client, we don't have those big sponsors. Our clients, our sponsors are what makes us. His own clients is what makes us and makes this tournament, right? And I'm just gonna give you an idea of what my attorney friend did and where we are at today, right? So he used to work for Morgan and Morgan. I know everybody knows Morgan and Morgan. And then he spun out on his own and we had been friends. I've been doing some events for him with celebrities. And he came up to me because he loves golf, and he said, "Hey, you know, will you put on my first tournament?" I said, "Absolutely." He goes, "Couple things though.
Mhm.
One, I don't want to do no work, none, because I don't have time. And number two, I don't care about making money. We pick a charity, and 100%, you know, what I want is I want my folks to come together, my network of people to come together." So he's the personal injury attorney. So our sponsor, this is who our sponsors are. Our sponsors are, he's got a network. So if you've been involved in an accident, you call the attorney, you meet with the attorney, you got neck issues, you need to see a chiropractor. He's got his network of the chiropractor, he's got his network of the doctors and all of that. So those are the sponsors that come to this tournament.
That's
Those
awesome.
are, and it's what makes this tournament. And that's what he wanted. He didn't want he didn't want to work. He didn't want, all he wanted to do was show up, give, you know, look good, and give as much money, raise as much money for the community. But his main goal was he wanted his people to network and have a great time.
And that's
And here we
that's
are going on
perfect
to
at
the
this point.
7th year.
7 years. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we do have to take another break. And I told you time was
Oh,
going
yeah.
to fly today. But when we come back, we'll talk about a little bit more. And so, John, I know you need to take it away so that we make sure that we're paying for our show. So, all right.
Good morning. My name is Alejandro Hogan, and this year I'm the president of the Kiwanis Club for Literacy in Salinas. We're a small club, but what we do is we believe in literacy, and what better way to promote literacy than to come to different schools.
We go to schools where there are 4 first-grade classrooms. That way we are able to distribute us as members to go in each classroom and give that 30 minutes of enthusiasm for the students to read and become engaged on that book.
Our goal is that they get a book once a month and they take it home. It doesn't stay at school, so that by the end of the year, they have their own home library.
We need more people to believe in what we do, and we want you to join the Kiwanis Literacy Club of Salinas.
Did you know that 2 out of 3 children in the U.S. can't read at grade level? And kids who fall behind by 3rd grade are 4 times more likely to drop out of high school. It's a crisis hiding in plain sight, and it starts with something simple: access to books. Without books at home, children miss out on critical early reading experiences. Confidence drops, opportunities disappear, futures narrow. That's where the Kiwanis Literacy Club Foundation comes in. We put brand new books directly into kids' hands through free book distributions, reading programs, little libraries, and even book vending machines. Because literacy is more than reading, it's opportunity. It's the key to imagination, self-worth, and leadership. And you can help. For just $3 per book, or $2.50 for Kiwanis clubs and members, you can sponsor a book for a child in need. Sponsor 250 books or more, and we'll even add your name, organization, or Kiwanis club to every book you donate. When you give a child a book, you're giving them a story, a spark, and a future. Visit www.theliteracyclub.org. That's theliteracyclub.org. Or email Doug at theliteracyclub.org to get involved. Together, let's open books and unlock futures.
Uh-oh.
Oh my.
I don't know what I did, but I flipped myself. How do I come back?
John's going to have to take you off and explain that to you.
No. Just flip your phone again.
I'll flip it back straight up now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, we can leave it like that. You're cool.
Because we truly are live, and so this is absolutely perfect. So so the one message that I've learned about fundraising, especially since COVID, I always say before COVID and after COVID, AC and BC. And one of the biggest things about fundraising in our world at this point in time is it's all about the sponsorships. Events themselves, you raise very little money. Entry fees, you raise very little money unless it's a festival or a fair, and you're still raising very little money. But when you get the sponsorships and people who are committed to sponsoring an event and having their name on it, that adds a whole nother dynamic.
Absolutely.
And so that's been really good. You know, we have we've already been talking over 45 minutes. Yeah.
You really made me feel comfortable, Val. I have to say that. And I also I really want to take just a few seconds, a minute to really, give kudos to Aaron. Aaron has just been an absolute, he's been an angel sent from above. And, if it wasn't for Aaron, I wouldn't have this honor, of knowing the Kiwanis group and all that. And so I really I never forget where I come from. Right? That's one thing that no matter what, I don't forget where I come from, and I always make sure to give out kudos to people, because sometimes, we get caught up and we forget to just, say, hey, you know what? Thank you so much. You've been a blessing. And I just wanted to, give a quick shout out to him and Eileen, because Eileen is the one that, Aaron gets out there and Eileen brings him home. So kudos to both of them, and that I'm very grateful and thankful that I have this opportunity, in doing and working, in the future with you, Val.
Awesome. So if someone wanted to reach out to you and be able to start talking about how they can work with you, how do they reach you?
So they can go through Celebrity Grudge Match, www.celebritygrudgematch.com, and on the bottom there's a contact us.
Perfect.
And then, yep, Aaron and I will both get it, and then we can take it from there.
Okay, awesome. I know John will put that on the crawler. So www.celebritygrudgematch.com, and I know if we say that like 3 times and you're driving, that'll kind of stick in your mind. And I'm going to put a little hopeful shout out. I hope that Rick Upchurch will come out and hang out with me. He showed up at our Rose Float mini golf tournament in Las Vegas, and he just made people's eyes sparkle. And we know that just meeting him, it was just the coolest experience. And so I know that when people meet their idols and their warriors, their heroes and heroes, it just changes their outlook on life. And most Kiwanians don't realize that we have a number of people that belong to our organization that are those heroes and heroes. So don't forget to ask. Find out who knows who. There's, that 1 degree of separation to someone who is amazing. And so just knowing Aaron to get to know you.
Right. And vice versa. It's like, yeah, absolutely.
So as we wrap up, what would be the one message you really would want for people to know about you or the Celebrity Grudge Match, or this is your minute?
I would say, you know what? I'm open door, and I am all about helping you help me accomplish, what we need to accomplish. In which, in my cases, it's all about giving back. It's all about maximizing and finding ways to give back. Because honestly, Val, that's where I get all my blessings. People don't realize that when you make yourself insignificant and you just focus on what you need to focus on, everything works out and happens for you the way that it's supposed to work out. But we have to come together and we have to help each other. And I am all about help me help you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And so thank you. And don't go away, because right now we're going to go to Melissa Atwell's mental health moment. And I think that what you're talking about just really leads into it really well. So, John, do you have that queued up?
Check in with yourself every day, like you would a friend. Remember, we have to take care of ourselves, and self-care is not selfish. How are you really? Ask yourself this question. Remember, take a moment for your mental health.
And so, Melissa,
That's beautiful.
She is absolutely amazing. And so Melissa and I are working on a major project, and we're getting ready to open a Kiwanis Club that focuses in on kids' mental health. It's called the Kids Care Club in Las Vegas. And so if anybody's interested in learning more, just message us through Kiwanis Connects, because that's where the idea came from. And we really want to make sure that kids would really focus in every day and make sure that they're strong. You know, they learn how to wash their hands, they brush their teeth, they take a bath, and they need to take care of their mental health to be well-rounded. So it's great to have her as part of our team. So,
you know, now that you mentioned that, Val, you know, I'm also all about reaching out and helping anyone indirectly. You mentioned about the kids. So I had helped raise money for Cops for Kids. They're an organization that they help the kids who lose their mother or their father. You know,
in the line of duty, yeah.
In the line of duty. And so they provide everything for these kids, things that their parents wouldn't be able to provide. And it's such a good organization. And I think, you know, mental health, you know, it's real. And it's real from all aspects, right? And I think that, I mean, I don't know, but I wouldn't mind putting, you know, you guys together with, he's out of Vegas, big organization, very well known. He's a former police officer. And it happened, it was put together because one of his friends, you know, died in the line of duty. So I'd love to connect and see, you know, where that goes, and maybe, you know, partner up somehow, some way, you know, and help these kids too.
Oh my goodness. That's the best part of Friday. Woohoo! And that's what we do with Kiwanis Connects. We're connecting the best parts of our world together to make the world a better place for kids.
Wow.
All the time. So I just got goosebumps. Thank you so much. We're Ohana. We've connected, and so thank you. And you know, normally we have a different part of our show, and so one of the things I like to do is talk about my wow moments. So you've just added one wow, but John, I have another wow that I want to share that's very similar, and I don't want to mess it up. So if you do that wow thing, I'll find it real quick. So I was just trying to look through, because I collect these amazing things that happen around the world. And I was connected through Andy, who's listening out there, about he's like the urban Superman. Kids come in and they bring their grades to him, and they show him in this shop that they're bringing up their grades. And and if they get all A's and they raise their all A's and B's, he'll give them like $100 and go through and show encouragement. And I've noticed
$100.
He'll give them $100, and he'll let them get anything in his little store that they want. And so it is so cool when you look at the faces of the little kids and some of the bigger kids, because they will do all this fun stuff, and they'll look at their cousins or their sisters and brothers and go, wow, I can do that too. If I come back and I show you my report card, and he's like very encouraging. And I realized after watching some of the reels, for some of these kids, that's the most positive encouragement that they have received their whole life. Because this one adult is not yelling at them. That's not telling them no, stop telling them they can't, but saying how proud he is of them and how excited he is for what's coming next and the encouragement he gives those kids. It's just amazing. Amazing.
Wow.
And so that was my wow moment. And I will connect some of those reels up on the Kiwanis Connects page because I think that it will make your day when you see that. So absolutely.
Beautiful.
There's a lot of amazing stuff going on in the Kiwanis world. And we're one of those, secrets that are out there, the secret gems in the desert, the secret gems in the city. But even in Florida, you will find so many impressive Kiwanians. And I know that Aaron has tried to link them in with some of your golf tournaments. So our college students who are in Circle K and our high school are great volunteers with what you're doing. And I'm hoping that when you come out here, we'll actually hook you up with some of our local sports teams, like the college level, because if they meet some of their heroes and sheroes,
absolutely,
it'll be great.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. So, did you bring any bad dad jokes on your own? You're looking at me stunned.
Bad jokes.
Bad dad jokes.
Bad jokes. I'll give you one to get you started so you know what we're talking about. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Here we go. What do you call a cow with no feet? Ground beef.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, that's a good one. Ground. Yeah, you're on the ground with no feet. Okay.
Okay, so I have one, and because it's, football. And how do football players stay cool during the game? They stand near their fans.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a good one. Wow.
It's like,
why didn't the skeleton cross the road?
Because he had no skin in the game.
Close and really good, but he had no guts to do it.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Here's one. How do college players sweeten their coffee or tea?
How do college players what? I'm sorry.
Sweeten their coffee or tea.
Milk.
They go to the sugar bowl.
Oh, that was cute. I like
That's a good one. Why are they called bad jokes? Because they're really good jokes.
These are jokes that dads tell. So,
oh,
what do you call someone with no body and no nose?
Nobody knows.
That's it.
You said it when you said it. It just and nobody knows.
It's not right. Okay, what did the ocean say to the beach?
See you later.
Nothing. It just waved.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, now this is the worst one of the bunch. It's the worst one I could find, and I searched. And you may have heard this before. How do you make a tissue dance?
Oh no.
Yep. You got it. Go ahead, say it. I dare you.
No.
You put a little boogie in it.
Oh my goodness. I was like, wait, what? I didn't get that one. It went
Because it was at a 5-year-old grade level of bad dad jokes. So
I have one more before we go. Okay.
All right.
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
Blindness.
FSH.
FSH.
Can you say that on air?
Oh, because it doesn't have the eye. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow.
So you didn't know that you were going to have this much fun, right? When you started this morning. So
No, I didn't. Oh, that's a good one.
Okay. All right. Here's from Kathy.
And so David is still laughing at put the little boogie in it. Oh my goodness.
I know.
All right. Do you have the bell, Val?
I have the bell, and I
Okay,
just want to say
we got to wrap this up before they come lock us up.
all right. So I just want to say thank you so much. This is not going to be the last time we get to hang out. Thank you for making this Friday so much fun. I hope that everybody who is watching and listening enjoyed us. Come back and listen again next week. We've got a couple of really fun guests coming next week, and I can't wait to share them with you. And keep on doing amazing things out in the world. And with that,